Okay, before I move to the square foot garden, I'm gonna spotlight a couple more containers. It's just amazing if you don't have a lot of space. And I mean, I live here in Baltimore City. You don't have to have acres and acres of farmland. You can do a lot in pots. So over to the left, I love just growing the tops of sweet potatoes for their vines. It's just so much fun. I love the leaves, and it's just so easy to do, starting it indoors in water. This was kind of like another big pot I had, and I had extra space, so I had stuck another sweet potato in there that I got a late start on, and I'm like, okay, let's see what it does. But in the back here is ginger, so that I kind of soaked overnight in a jar, stuck it in the ground, prayed for the best, and up it came about a week or so ago. And then in the front, there's a couple of garlic cloves. I figured, let's plop it in the ground, see what it does. Over here, I have some moonflower, some angelica that I bought at the herb festival, and it's kind of sad looking. It really needs to get out of the pot. So I've got to try to figure out the best location for it. Over in this pot, I've got spinach growing around the base, and you see, I kind of harvested some yesterday for dinner. And going up this trellis here, some sugar snap peas, which again, started awful late. We had the most bizarre spring where it rained like 3 weeks in May straight, and it wasn't very warm. So a lot of things had gotten off to a late start. All right, now here's kind of like my bucket container garden, because I didn't put up my second square foot garden like I had thought I would. So here we have a sweet pepper plant. This was another gift. Not sure what kind of peppers, and she didn't know what kind of peppers because she grew so many peppers they started to crossbreed, and she was like, it's a pepper. Also from the same customer friend, got tomatoes, and I'm like really excited that it's flowering and fruiting. And I've been like watching all these videos on how to stake them, how to cage them. Yeah, I had lots of dill from last year, if you remember. So I kind of stuck that in the pot with some of the tomatoes. I'm like, why not? So I have 2 different varieties. It's a bistro tomato, and can't remember the name of the other one. I've got a stake in there somewhere. This, oh my gosh, this was so pretty. I went to the herb festival, and this year was the year of the pepper, and so I had to get this. This is called the black pearl pepper. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. It's a hot, spicy pepper, which I don't like to eat a lot of, but just the plant is so gorgeous, I had to have it. And we used to have a black Scion XB, which we used to call the black pearl, so I had to get it. Then, funny story with these. These are some squashes I've got going in some buckets. I have like a combination of zucchini and crookneck squashes going, and they're kind of getting mixed up here. So one of the things, just to give you a sneak peek, there's some more going over there. There's some more going over here. Yeah, like I said, we had a very unusual spring, and so I had put seeds in the ground about, back in April. By the end of May, I didn't think it was going to do anything. And then when it got warm at the first week of June, everything started coming up at the same time. So it was kind of this emergency rush to get things planted. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So this is the rest of the container garden, and I'll be back with the square foot garden update. Peace and blessings.